Okay, welcome to Accelerated Math Parts of Circles. Now, this one's a little bit different than the other worksheets that you may have been doing, in that it has a lot of these multiple choice kind of things of which one is false. Okay, so a good bit of reading, and the main thing with this is you have to understand some vocabulary. There's really no way to do this without understanding that vocabulary. So what I thought I would do, instead of trying to go through these and show you examples, is just talk about a little of the vocabulary. So obviously you're going to have to understand, I mean, we all know what a circle is, but we got endpoints, diameter, arcs, semicircles, tangents. At first it seems easy, and you're like line segment, secants, and tangents, all kinds of other stuff. Coplanar, there's a word that some people might be confused about. What does it mean to intersect, and that kind of stuff. So let me just jump into here, and I've got some different labels, and I thought I would just pull them in here and show you what some of these different things mean. I'll start with some real easy things. Of course, diameter versus radius, and I'll pull these in here and just turn this a little bit so you can see how this is going to work. We're going to, I'm going to draw a diameter across here. Everything's not going to be perfectly scaled or whatever, but diameter goes all the way through. By the way, it's the long word, and it's the longest one that goes through, longest chord that goes through a circle. So I use that word chord. Here's chord. So a diameter and a chord are the same thing, but the definition of a chord is that it has to go from one end of the circle to another endpoint on the circle. So here's a chord like that. So it just has to start and end on the circle. So when you hear something talking about being on the circle, any point on the circle, it's specifically talking about a place that is on the edge of the circle. If you ask a little kid to put something on a circle, they're actually going to put something in the middle of the circle, but that's not considered on the circle from a geometry standpoint. On the circle is defined as on the outside edge of it, because really a circle is defined as some center point. So here's another one of our words. The center of a circle is obviously the center point like this, and it's all the points that lie the same distance from that center point. So that radius, which can go all the way around here, radius goes from anywhere on the circle to the exact center of the circle. And radius is the short word between diameter and radius, and it's the shorter line segment, and it goes from the center out to the edge of the circle. Okay, to intersect. Intersect just basically means to cross or to connect with. So this chord intersects at two places on the circle. All right. The radius here and the diameter intersect at one location. The diameter intersects the circle at two locations. All right, enough about that. Let's see. What else can I put on that one? I get this one's getting pretty overloaded. One thing I guess I like to throw in there is the central angle. All right, a central angle is any angle that's formed at the center of the angle. So here's a central angle. Here's a central angle, do a little different thing. Here's a central angle, it's 180 degrees, but that's a central angle. Okay, so a central angle is any angle that is formed with its vertex at the center of the angle, versus an inscribed angle. An inscribed angle looks like this, and here's the inscribed angle. An inscribed angle would touch here or intersect there, and it would also have its two endpoints, so it would intersect in three locations. So that was inscribed. I don't think I had inscribed as one of the words, but I think I've seen it on some of them. So inscribed angle. All right, that's a good bit right there. Let's go to let's see, endpoints. I just mentioned that those are endpoints. Semicircles. A semicircle is formed by a diameter and the circle. So here's a semicircle right here. Semi means half, so a half of a circle. That's a semicircle. And central angle. I had two central angles up there. Okay, there's another central angle. All right, I'll throw that central angle away if I can find my trash can. And so we're down to coplanar. Okay, you know what? Everything on this sheet of paper or this screen that you're looking at is coplanar. Coplanar just means things that are on basically the same sheet of paper, or and it doesn't have to be limited to a sheet of paper, but a paper is kind of a good example of a plane. And so a plane is like a two-dimensional thing, and anything that's on that sheet of paper. So if you had two circles that are coplanar, well, those are two circles that are coplanar. If you had two circles that are concentric, concentric means that they share the same center. There's concentric circles. Okay, those are all concentric circles. Oh, look at these circles. These circles intersected at 2 points. This circle right here intersects this circle at only one location. In other words, you could kind of draw a line between it and only touch it one place. That's considered tangent circles. Alright, let's get a little fresh screen here, and you can rewind back if you want to see some of this stuff. So we talked about tangent circles, and again, here's two circles. If I wanted to, let me move this circle over here, it is now tangent, touches at one place, so that's tangent. Secant line, there's a secant line. It's any line that crosses at two places. I need to put arrows on there to indicate that it continues on in both directions. Tangent circles, we've got that. Coplanar, talked about that. I think there's one more thing that I want to talk about. Chord, I did mention a chord. Here's a chord, there's a chord. There's lots of chords in here. The longest chord that actually goes through the center of it ends at two places. That's considered a diameter. And I know I got one more thing. Secant line. Arcs. I want to talk about arcs. Alright, so let me clear this screen a little bit and talk about these arcs. Alright, pull those together. Pull these down here. Okay, we've got major arcs and minor arcs. Arcs are defined by, like here, I'm going to create, I got A, B, and let's stick C over here. Arc AB is a minor arc, and it goes from A to B. Arc ABC starts at A, goes through B, and all the way to C. It's considered a major arc. It goes over 180 degrees. Arc ACB, I want you to notice the C is in the middle now, would go from A over here through C all the way to B, so that's considered a major arc again, and it's designated, major arcs are usually designated with 3 letters because it has to go a certain direction. Alright, and I believe that's it. Those are enough vocabulary words that you should be able to do this. If you have some difficulty, please see one of your teachers and get them to help you with that. But think through those vocabulary words as you try to answer these questions. Good luck with that.